Welcome back again to Calhoun County's Most Wanted, the program where you get to help make Calhoun County a better and safer place for all of us by helping us lock up some of the bad guys, and we'll be telling you who they are coming up in just a few minutes. I'm Chris Wright, along with Katina Houston-Stroud from Family Links. Good to see you again, Katina.
Good to see you. Good to be here.
Ready to fight some crime?
I am.
All right. We will do that again this week, and we'll also talk about some good things going on in the community. First off, Katina, we want to congratulate them on the arrest that they helped us with this past week.
Awesome.
Yeah, we had, I believe, 6 more individuals that were caught thanks to the information that you, the viewers, shared over the past week. So that brings our count to 3,482. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing a great job.
Wow.
Now, Katina, we got one thing that we want to mention before we move on in the program today. We want to talk about some safety as far as health is concerned. We've had some reports of somebody out there selling, and this happens every once in a while, somebody driving around in a truck with Louisiana plates selling meat off the truck.
Yes.
Now, you don't feed your kids meat off of some stranger's truck.
No, it's hard enough for me to feed them the meat that's in the stores, so definitely not something that comes out of a truck. No.
There are reasons that we have inspections and quality measures and such, and if that meat is available to you at a discount from the back of a truck,
it's probably not worth eating.
No,
yeah.
Probably not. We've seen some cases where frozen meat has been sold many, many years after the expiration.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it
That's
is.
disgusting.
So if you see somebody driving around with a truck that's got Louisiana plates on it and they seem to be offering up some meat for sale, we would appreciate a call to the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office so we can protect everybody else that may be interested in some discount meat that they will pay for later. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the first half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Amazing Grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
a crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, sad,
just lost.
But now I am
sober,
happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Hi, I'm Katina Houston-Stroud with Family Links, and this is the Family Tip of the Week. Today's tip is going to be a little different. I constantly hear people speak about their regrets in life or how they've wasted time. The modern world is fast-paced, and time often seems to slip by with us barely noticing. It's for that reason that it's important that we don't spend time or attention on things that are frivolous, negative, or just plain a waste of time. Today's tip is also especially important for me because there are several things that I could cut out of my life to help me stop wasting time. The following list of things are just some things you should consider cutting out of your life. Some are comical and some are realistic. Number 1, hitting the snooze button. It's a new day, time to get going. Like my mother used to say, get your lazy butt out of bed, you set your alarm for a legitimate reason. Number 2, putting makeup on for the gym and sports. It looks weird and it's only going to melt off, which negates the purpose of putting it on in the first place. Number 3, doing things you hate. Life is far too short to waste your time on doing something you hate. By that I mean doing unnecessary things, so don't use this as an excuse to not do dishes and clean your house. Number 4, checking your phone constantly or being glued to your phone. Did you hear your message tone? Did it ring? And if you answered no to either of those questions, put the phone down and back away slowly. And no, you don't need it when you go to the bathroom. Number 5, dwelling on problems and worrying instead of wasting time by dwelling on the problem. Work on what you can do to fix it and then leave it alone. Number 6, caring what others think. Unless you're getting good advice from people you love, disregard it. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. You need to stay true to yourself. Don't waste your time, thoughts, and energy on what others think, and be proud to be yourself. Number 7, staying online late into the night. It's not only a waste of time now, but it will probably result in sleeping half the day away tomorrow or being unproductive at work or school. And there's nothing so important that you need to stay online for it until 3 a.m. No, not even Facebook. Number 8, celebrity culture. Stop giving so much attention to the Kardashians or how you look compared to the entirety of Hollywood. They're mostly photoshopped, and thighs are supposed to touch. Number 9, procrastinating. Just do it. Number 10, photographing everything. Instead of trying to document your life, live it. The internet will actually survive without the bathroom selfie of you and a ham sandwich or whatever it is that you're into. Number 11, holding grudges. Life's too short. Forgive, move forward, and be positive. Number 12, indecision. Indecision often stems from fear, and deep down you're likely to know what decision you want to make. Number 13, hanging around negative people. The people in your life shouldn't be a constant stream of negativity. Find some positive people to spend time with. You'll feel a whole lot happier and enjoy life more. And number 14, unrequited love. This can be one of the hardest things to let go of, but you simply must. One-sided, unanswered love means that you probably know that they're not interested. And so why waste your time on that when you can be working on being happy? When you find the right person for you, you'll mourn all the wasted time spent on someone who didn't care. Now, I know that was a lot of information, but remember, it's never too late to start over. If you weren't happy with yesterday, try something different today. Don't stay stuck wasting time. Do better. And for more tips, please contact Family Links at 256-820-5911.
And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up on our lineup this week, Deborah Pleasant. Ms. Pleasant, last known to be living in Oxford, wanted for probation violation on distribution of a controlled substance. And meet Victor Wade. Mr. Wade, last known to be living in Pell City, he's wanted for theft of property first. And this is Stephanie Johnson. Miss Johnson, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for probation violation on theft of property second. And take a look, if you will, at Stephen Horn. Mr. Horn, last known to be living in Oxford, he's wanted on probation violation for unlawful manufacture of a controlled substance. And meet Ireland McGrew. Mr. McGrew, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for probation violation on escape. And take a look at Tanya Bradley. Miss Bradley, last known to be living in Piedmont, she's wanted for probation revocation on fraudulent use of a credit card. And last up for the first half of our lineup, Michael Whiteside. Mr. Whiteside, last known to be living in Mumford, he's wanted for probation violation on unlawful manufacture of a controlled substance. And that's it for the first half of our lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show.
All right, and Katina, I know you're anxious to get back to the bad guys. You love showing the bad guys, but we got to do the good guys as well, right?
Yes. Where there's good, there's always evil, and where there's evil, there's always good. So
we do have guests joining us again. David West, Calhoun County Extension Coordinator, and Rachel Brinks, who is the Outreach Coordinator as well. And David, you were telling us that you had an opportunity to buy some of this meat off of a truck.
Yes, we had the guy in the blue truck show up on Sunday afternoon, and he acted like he was needing assistance of some kind while I was cutting grass. And so I got off the mower and go over, and he starts, I can give you a good deal on some meat. And I said, I don't think I want to buy any meat from you. and I was busy, and so I didn't appreciate it a whole lot.
Right.
No, certainly you are one that tries to help maintain some standards here in Calhoun County, largely with the food that goes into our bodies.
Right, and so it was just something that I knew to just let pass on its merry way and leave the savings to someone else.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's talk about 4-H. I know that school has just gotten back in session, and it's kind of a new season for 4-H, and you are a big fan.
Yes, 4-H is a program delivered through our office, and so we're glad to have that youth program in our office. We have a couple of folks with us, Rachel and Brandy, who are 4-H educators out in the county who go out to schools and do programs. But we're really kicking off 4-H season this week as schools are all starting at different times now, and so we have that time during August to try to line up our school programs. And now we're about to start those in-school programs and after-school programs for this calendar year and to spring for this school year. And we have our fall festival that comes up this Saturday out at Cane Creek Community Gardens.
Do you need somebody for a dunking booth? Katina was she was just telling me she's always wanted to be in a dunking booth.
It's on my bucket list.
I would add a dunking booth for you.
If you need it, I'm there. Yes. I don't know what I'll do with this, but we'll figure it out.
It'll look good.
Yeah.
It'll look good. Yeah.
What are we going to have at the festival?
Well, at Fall Fest we have a contest for crafts. Our Master Gardeners have a bake sale, and they'll be selling snow cones and popcorns. Our Farmers Federation ladies have a grocery giveaway where you have to guess what the amount of the groceries are on the table, and whoever comes closest every hour wins those groceries. We have a cake walk and baking contest, so you can donate cakes to the cake walk, or if you want to have your baked goods judged, then you can turn those in for judging. We have some wood carvers who will be there. We have someone doing cast iron cooking demonstration. We have a canning contest, so if you have some canned goods from your garden, you can bring those and enter those in the canned goods contest. The rules for all these contests are available at our office at 256-237-1621. Our 4-H'ers will be, this is our first year to do chick chain. And so we have some 4-H'ers who have been in our chick chain program during the summer. They all received some baby chickens in May, and they've raised them through the summer. And so they'll have them there for auction at Fall Fest on Saturday.
Rachel, you're not quite as young as you look, but you are the youngest person on the set right now, right, Katina?
We'll let her have it today.
All right. So 4-H, all these, raising up the chicks and all that, is that something that's bypassed this generation? Is that old school, or is this something that does really apply to kids today?
I think it does apply. I think that there's new things that we brought into 4-H, kind of with the new generation, but I think kind of the base of 4-H, what it started as, is still relevant today.
Katina, it is great when you get these kids off of their devices for a little bit. There's nothing wrong with a kid having an iPad and using that, but we need our kids to be actively engaged in something as well, don't we?
Absolutely. It thrills me to come home in the afternoons and see kids outside actually playing. We have, for my son, outside activities or in a basketball goal because, I think things like 4-H and outside extracurricular activities are much more beneficial for our kids than the PlayStation and iPad.
How are we seeing the participation these days? Are a lot of kids involved?
Yeah, I think our county has the second highest number in the state for 4-H.
Wow. That's great, David.
1,800 children enrolled in 4-H in the county. Wow. And of course we have a variety. They can participate in in-school clubs and those contests, or they can participate in something that's a longer, more in-depth event like Chick Chain, where they have the responsibility of raising something and learning how much it costs to raise it, the responsibility of raising it, the costs incurred, and then how much can you sell it for at the end of the contest.
Do you have problems when it gets ready time to sell? They
well, this is our first year to try it, and so I don't know whether there'll
you
be
may need some counselors around that day.
Some parting anxiety or not.
Do you tell them don't give it a name? You don't name your food?
Well, we made home visits along with this as well to advise kids and make sure that they were following biosecurity measures and things that they would have to do if they were a professional grower of some kind. And we've really enjoyed the home visits and seeing how children are raised and seeing them enjoy their interactions with animals that they've been that they've agreed to raise to maturity.
That's awesome. So have you got a chick for Katina?
She can come bid on one Saturday.
We'll let Isaiah take care of that. Yes,
we should have 16 chickens there, and there should be 2 or 3 different varieties of chicken that'll be there. And so we'll be glad to have you come and bid for one.
With our 2 dogs at the house, I'm sure my husband would be happy to put a chicken in the backyard as well.
I like the chicken that comes underneath a pickle. Yeah, that's what I like. All right, we need to take a break. We'll be back with the second half of this week's lineup and more about 4-H here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, LaCour Crook. Mr. Crook, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for probation violation on possession and receipt of a controlled substance. And we'd like you to meet Macy McMurray. Miss McMurray, last known to be living in Piedmont. She's wanted for failure to pay on harassing communications. And this is Marvin Hicks. Mr. Hicks, last known to be living in Weaver. He's wanted for failure to pay on writing multiple worthless checks. Take a look at William Wilson. Mr. Wilson, last known to be living in Jacksonville. He's wanted for failure to appear on violation of a domestic violence protection order. And meet Rose Lambert. Miss Lambert, last known to be living in Anniston. She's wanted for failure to pay on use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And last up in our lineup this week, John Goodwin. Mr. Goodwin, last known to be living in Weaver. He's wanted for failure to appear on child support, the face of a deadbeat dad. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you have any information on the whereabouts of these folks, please give Crime Stoppers a call at 256-238-1414.
We will get to the Crime Stoppers segment of the show in just a few minutes, and we've also got your crazy criminal of the week coming up. Katina, be ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right now we're talking 4-H, and Brandy is joining us now, along with Rachel, who you saw just a few moments ago, and Brandy shows up with props.
Yes.
You're an extension agent with Calhoun County Extension Office, and you're working with 4-H. You do robotics program.
Yes, I do robotics every other Thursday. It'll be this Thursday at King Creek Community Gardens, which is 77 Justice Avenue. You want to put that in your GPS and make it out to us this Thursday at 3:30. And what we do is right now we're working on WeDo Legos. So what they do is they build the Lego robot, and then these have motors, and they get to put it into the computer that has a USB port, and they can program the alligator. This is actually motion detected. So what they do is they put their hand towards it, and then the alligator will actually chomp at them.
William would love this.
It's a lot of fun.
Wow. That's really cool. And we've also got some other examples of some of the work that you're doing here. If we got somebody that can show us some of the other things that you've been working on with the kids, here we go. We've got a couple of volunteers. Are these projects that they've been doing themselves, or?
This one right here that Jonah has, this is what we are going to move from. We're going to start with the WeDo, and then as soon as they get done with building all of the different robots, because it has different elements of programming and robotic skills that will help them get to the Mindstorm. And then this is actually just a robot itself. You won't hook it up to a computer. Right now we have it motion detected, so you can clap and it will do a little formation on the ground with its wheels. So it's a lot of fun. And so we start with the basics, and then it gets more complex, and then hopefully we'll be making our own robots.
Cool. And what have we got here? Is this a little boat of some kind, or?
This is a great program. This is 4-H Innovators, and this is actually from Rolling Down the River. And what the kids do is they get to do wonderful experiments. So first we're going to find out what floats and what sinks and why, and they learn about density. And then they are to turn into engineers and build a boat that can carry a cup of beans without sinking, and then it's supposed to move.
So we're actually transporting some goods down the river.
Yes, yes, and it actually it shows children that just another career path, another idea. If they like creating things, if they like aquatics, if they like boating, then this is something that they might want to get into. And then they have different 4-H Innovators engineering
That's
programs.
really awesome. Kids, thank you very much for showing those to us.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Rachel, you were telling us about the recycling program that you do.
Yeah, so I do primarily recycling and water quality education, so I'll go to several of the schools in school clubs.
You can go set those down now if you'd like to. Thank you.
Thank you. I go to Ohatchee, Alexandria, and Pleasant Valley schools right now, and I'm hoping to add a few more. But we do different projects, try and make things hands-on, do like water chemistry stuff. I'll bring in a model and talk about what a watershed is, and then we'll talk about why it's important to recycle, why it saves energy, and how they can do that and how that helps their communities.
Now, we're on the city water, so I don't have to have a watershed. I've got it straight coming in through the pipes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to say that. I don't know.
Is that not what a watershed is? Okay.
It actually is part of the watershed.
Well, it's part of the watershed.
Yeah.
All right.
We talk about water treatment plants. And
That's another big part of your job is the water quality, right?
Yeah, so we do different projects. This summer we had the kids go out and at Cane Creek, we had them go out in the creek actually and do water chemistry, so they got to see the pH of the water, how that changed, do all the different tests, things like that.
You drink right out of the stream, don't you?
No. I'm high maintenance is what they say. I only buy my water. No, I'm kidding.
If it doesn't come in a bottle, no. Right. But okay, just for argument's sake, so we had a zombie apocalypse, and now the city water supply is not running, and I've got to go drink my water from a natural source in Calhoun County. Where am I going to go to feel the best about that water?
That is a good question. There are different places online that you can go check. I know the Coosa River Keeper has a website where you can check the different parts of the river that are okay to swim and, I guess, presumably drink from. So that would be my best bet. I don't know offhand, though.
The zombies killed the internet now.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a good question with Walking Dead season coming up real soon.
Yeah, I mean, pretty relevant, pretty important to know. Yeah. I guess bring a water filter and kind of.
Is water quality in our area getting better or worse?
I think it is getting better. Once people learn more, about what affects water quality, things like picking up after your dog or getting your car looked at so oil doesn't leak, things like that.
And we're doing a good job, I think, these days of letting our kids know about the importance of keeping quality water supply, that kind of thing. So 4-H is a big part of that. And we appreciate you ladies coming on the show to talk about it today.
Thank you very much.
I don't know. I learned something. How about you, Katina?
I learned a lot. I do have one quick question if we have time, or do we have time?
We are really out of time at this point.
Okay. Well, that's good.
All right. We appreciate you joining us, ladies, and we will be right back with the Crime Stopper segment of the show on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford for the best cars and best price.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, sad,
just lost. But now I am
sober,
happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask you to put your deer stalkers on and help our investigators with these cases. First up this week, between September 3rd and September 7th, a white Ford truck was broken into. The truck, parked at a residence on Highway 204 in Wellington, they got away with a bunch of power tools. And here, between August 28th and September 3rd, a barn located on Dry Hollow Road in Anniston was broken into. They walked off with weed eaters and chainsaws. And sometime between September 10th and September 11th, 4 17-inch chrome rims and tires were stolen off a gray Dodge Charger. The vehicle was parked at a residence on Turpin Avenue in Anniston. And on September 11th, a suspect or suspects attempted to break into a business located on Valley Cove Drive in Alexandria. Damage was caused to the front door, but nothing has been reported stolen at this time. Video surveillance revealed the suspects were driving a dark-colored truck, possibly a Chevrolet. And last up on your caseload this week, on September 11th, a black Mercedes was broken into. The vehicle was parked at a residence on Gilbert's Ferry Road in Ohatchee. They got away with a bunch of prescription medication. And that's your Crime Stoppers portion today. If you know anything about these cases, and we hope you do, please give Crime Stoppers a call at 256-238-1414. Remember, we want your information and not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Our crazy criminal this week is an individual who tried to rob a bank, and I say tried. He went in and he wanted them to deposit the money into his bank account.
Oh, my goodness.
You hear about people say, okay, put it in this Swiss bank account. Here's the number. That might you get away with that, but no, if you're just saying, here's my bank account, here, transfer you some money over into this account,
wow.
You're not going to get away with that, are you?
Wow. I mean, I guess it was worth a shot.
All right, before we run real quick, we had a lot of fun talking about the 4-H, and they've got some things coming up, and a lot of people that aren't involved yet that maybe could be.
Yes, some of the information that they would like for you to know is that if your school is not involved in 4-H, but you would like your school to be involved in 4-H programs, to contact 4-H, and there's going to be some information given for you to look at here on the screen. But if you contact them, they are willing to come out and talk about all of their programs and be involved in your school. Or if it's, I think if it's just parents, if parents want to get their kids involved.
All right, so also, of course, this Saturday we got the Fall Festival, so
Absolutely.
you know, come on out there and you can ask all kinds of questions. David and everybody from the county extension will be out there, and they'll have plenty of great information about the programs and how you can get involved and get your kids involved with the 4-H. Good to get those hands dirty
Yes.
in actual real activities.
Yes, it's exciting. It's exciting.
That's all the time that we have for this week on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. We thank you for joining us, and we'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.